Be very, very brief, because I don't want to annoy you and you go back with what you have brought for workers. Sitaki kukasirisha yeye arudi na mzigo yake. But I want to start to thank a few people before I come on salutation and recognition of those people who are here. I want to thank the CEO of Safaricom, Bob Colmo, for having dedicated few full pages in our commercial newspapers to highlight on this very important International Workers' Labor Day. Wale wengine ambao ni watu wa maana sana. This function, Your Excellency, is live on all our national televisions and radio stations, and all media houses are today dedicated their news and everything to focus on this globally celebrated International Labor Day. We want to thank them. We want to thank KBC, KTN, NTV, Citizen, K24, and Inoro. Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta, His Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, your able Deputy, Honorable William Samoei Ruto, who is here with us, our beloved sister, the Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Labor and East African Community Affairs, Sister Phyllis Kandie, who is here with us, accompanied by her two principal secretaries, Sister Dr. Hadija Kasachon and Sister Susan Mochache. All other principal secretaries present from various ministries, you are very much welcome. And Your Excellency, there is one cabinet secretary, I cannot avoid mentioning his name, one that he has created stability in our country. This is no another person other than the retired Major General Joseph Olenga Iseri, who is here with us. Done a commendable job, and is here with us. And all other honorable cabinet secretaries present, principal secretaries present, and His Excellency the Governor of Nairobi County, Dr. Evans Kidero. I want also to mention the senator. Nataka kuwajulisha senator wa Nairobi, the outgoing senator, because the incoming senator, mnasikia, the incoming senator is my own son. I cannot leave politics in Nairobi without leaving my own son. Lazima upende mtoto yako kwanza ndio upende mtoto ya watu wengine. Iko hapa kijana yangu anaitwa Sakaja. That is my own son. Irrespective of which political party he's in. But he grew up in my house na watoto yangu. Hata kama ni kura moja na ya mama yake, we will be able to vote. Lakini kiuliza wafanyikazi, irrespective of any political party he's in, munipatie Sakaja. Your Excellency, the ambassadors and high commissioners who are here, we recognize you and we thank you, and we know you value workers' ideals here and in your own country. The ambassadors who are here and high commissioners with us here, they do come from the countries that recognize all international labor conventions, and that is why they can devote today to be with the working or the toiling poor. My sister, my own twin sister, the Executive Director of the Federation of Kenya Employers, Sister Jacqueline Mugo. Mumesikia akisema akiambia His Excellency the President ya kwamba maisha imepanda na president awafikirie, na yeye kama mwajiri ana upinzani. Tunamshukuru, tunampenda, tunataka awe na sisi, na awe anakuja kila siku kupeana nafasi kama hiyo kwa His Excellency the President. So Your Excellency, ukituongeza mshahara ujue uko pamoja na employers wako pamoja na sisi. Your Excellency, I have two young men here. These young men are the young men that you can be proud if you leave them behind in the positions. One is called Geoffrey Mwangi of NHIF. This is a young man, Your Excellency. We ask you kindly to protect him because there is workers' money there. And this young man, if he's not protected, the looters will get away with this money. And this young man, he's steadfast, he's focused, and he's committed to protect workers' money. This is Geoffrey Mwangi. We support him as workers, Your Excellency. The other young man, Your Excellency, but it has become very difficult. If you want to confirm him, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission comes in. Quietly at your own time, ask the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission not to be used by those who want to loot NSSF money. Let them confirm this young man called Dr. Omarikwa, Anton Omarikwa. He's there. He can do the job, and he's a saved young man. I don't know why, Your Excellency, you are asking us to look for another managing trustee. We can term this one. We can term it. Your Excellency, I have few colleagues from outside Kenya, and it is only good if I can mention them. They are led by our regional representative of the American Center for the International Labor Solidarity. Your Excellency, I'm an American trained labor leader, and always they are here with us. And this, as no another person, is called Brother Hanad Mohamud. He's our own Kenyan, but he was born and bred and brought up in the United States of America. But he's an American now. So he's the one leading this, our international colleagues. We have Eric Robinson from National Endowment for Democracy in the United States of America, an organization that works closely with workers. He traveled all the way along from the US to come and join us here today. Your Excellency, we have Belia So. This is a representative of the International Transport Federation, and he comes from West Africa. He's here with us. Your Excellency, I have a colleague, a sister, that, and I know for sure she's also going to be re-elected. She comes from Zimbabwe, and we are all, including your cabinet secretary, Your Excellency, we are the director, the executive director of the Federation of Kenya Employers. She's with me at the International Labour Organization governing body. She's known as Sister Siwela Sitokozile, and she came all the way from Zimbabwe to celebrate this International Day with us. Your Excellency, we have also a colleague and a friend from Malawi. He is known as Robert Mkweza Alamba. He's the General Secretary of Communication Workers in Zimbabwe and an immediate past National Labour Center from Malawi, an immediate leader of the National Labour Center of Malawi, equivalent to KOTU. Lastly, we have our own Kenyan here representing the International Transport Federation. She's Sister Anne Karume, and she's the Deputy Regional Secretary for Africa. These are with us here, Your Excellency. And I have few focused colleagues who are doing important job in various places, led by Brother Mohamed Hassan, who is the chairman of the National Bank of Kenya. We have also Honorable Justice Ndumanderi, the principal judge of Labor Relations Court, formerly Industrial Court. And we have also Sister Honorable Justice Helen Wasilwa, a judge of Labor Relations Court, formerly Industrial Court. We have also two, I think you will have an opportunity to meet them, in the course of our celebrations. These are veteran labor leaders. One of them is a former freedom fighter, Maina Macharia, and also Walter Del Kitoto. You will be meeting them, Your Excellency. Others who are here and are my own colleagues from labor movement. And I want also to recognize all of those who are here from various, across the political divide, representing various political parties. Though I want to tell them, this year we are fortunate, Your Excellency. We will not have a lot of presidential candidates kuja kutusumbua watu wengi kusema anataka kuwa president na hata kwake nyumbani sufuria hana. Sasa wakati huu farasi ni mbili peke yake, ukiona ingine ya tatu itakuwa punda. On behalf of the entire general membership of the Central Organization of Trade Union, Your Excellency, our special thanks and attention and recognition go to you as our president to have accepted this our invitation to join the rest of Kenyan workers assembled here today in observing and celebrating this historic day. Labor Day theme, Your Excellency, and my brother had repeated it. Your Excellency, on behalf of Kenyan workers, we wish you every luck, success, and more importantly, God's protection during this electioneering period, and also to continue doing what you did during the immediate past nominations. Our theme clearly says, workers, women, children, and other vulnerable Kenyans appeal for peaceful and democratic elections. Mumesikia hiyo? Tunataka hapa Nairobi, ukiwa mtu wa Kidero, ukiwa mtu wa Michael Sonko, ukiwa mtu wa kijana yangu Sakaja, mufanye uchaguzi wa amani. We want peaceful elections. Now, the basis, mwanzo, Your Excellency, ya peaceful elections inaanzia kwa nominations. Na mimi nataka kushukuru, iko vitu vingi hatusikizani na wewe, hata you are deputy. This is the truth. There are a lot of things we disagree. But on nominations and democratic nominations in Nairobi, apart from Starehe ndio nimesikia maneno kidogo, lakini najua utachunguza. Kitu ulifanya mzuri ni kusima simu na ukapotea. And your deputy also akapotea. Your deputy alipoteza marafiki yake. Iko kijana moja rafiki yangu sana kwa ofisi yake anaitwa Talamu. Alikuwa mwandishi wa habari. Akauliza deputy, mimi nataka kwenda kusimama. Akasema you are free, Kenya is a democratic country. And he is an expert kwa mambo ya media. Kamwambia wewe enda. Kijana akaenda akapotea. Iko kijana ingine tulikuwa tunafanya na yeye Dr. Anthony Omeriko anaitwa Meto. Hata yeye ni rafiki ya His Excellency the President. Akaenda akapotea. Iko mwingine ambayo you are acting in his place, Richard Langat. Akaenda Kericho akapotea. These are people who are close to His Excellency the President. Hata wengine wakapiga kelele wakafikiria deputy president anatuma watu wengine. Lakini waliposhinda, he did not question, including in his neighboring constituency Tarbo, of whose the majority are Kalenjin, Mbaluyi akachukua. There is no another democracy other than that one. And President, you lost your closest friend. Wewe alipoteza rafiki yake sana, na mjua hata nikikutana na yeye anasema wewe unga President Uhuru mkono. Anaitwa Jamle Kamau. Na wengine wengi marafiki yake. Wale wanaunga yeye mkono. Wote walipotea. Wakichukua simu yeye hapatikani. And that is why I said kidogo, mnisamee watu wangu. Profesa, rafiki yangu sana, Profesa Nyang'i Nyong'o mnajua. Anaenda kuhesabia kura kwa msitu. But Raila alifanya vizuri pia. Akakubali ndugu yako Uhuru kutopatiwa tikiti ya bure. That is the democracy we want. And that is a precursor to the peaceful elections. So I'm sure uchaguzi utakuwa sawa. Your Excellency, the Central Organization of Trade Unions continues to invest heavily in economic and research. And as we invest in research, Your Excellency, we don't ask for anything that we have not fully researched. Equally, we support our government to carry out the investments you are trying to do in various places. But it is our sincere appeal to you that the government also should invest in projects that can spur economic growth and create employment to the majority of Kenyans. We support you on that one. And when you see us, Your Excellency, being proud here and abroad, this is because of a huge informal economy we have. And I want to thank you. Recently, I saw you at the Kenyatta International Conference Center, trying to support our manufacturers. These our manufacturers must be protected. And at the same time, Your Excellency, we must remind you that when we had global economic and financial crisis, Kenya sustained economic growth because we relied on our informal sector. But this informal sector, other sections should not be there to kill our infant factories. You must guard. You recently started a plant to assemble motor vehicles here. Ili young men and women around Thika and Nairobi can have an access to decent jobs. If we allow the old vehicles to be imported in this country, mitumbas and the rest of such like things, we will not be able to create employment for young men and women that we have. The establishment of Micro and Small Enterprises Authority, Your Excellency, was a milestone in this sector which directly affects 83% of small-scale business and enterprises in Kenya. The other area, Your Excellency, and we are discussing, it is only Kenya that doesn't have post-independent cities. Egypt, they have Sharm el-Sheikh. Morocco, they have Marrakesh. Tanzania, they have Dodoma. Nigeria, they have, which is the Nigerian one? Abuja. So I want you and your deputy, your active young people, to focus on Konza City. Konza City will create 10 million jobs. The new Konza City. Na wawalisia polepole njia ya nyinyi kupata kazi. Najua, the government should make sure that the dream of Konza City is really for the purposes of arresting unemployment among our youths. And also, Your Excellency, don't forget to develop those cities around us. Have connection, Limuru, Thika, Juja, all those places, Ruiru, to be part of Nairobi. Organize Kajiado to be part of Nairobi. We have now factories up to Kajiado town. Expand, assist the devolved systems of governments to make sure that Kitengela is part of Nairobi and is well planned. Machakos should be part of Nairobi. My good friend ambaye ni governor wa Machakos, na yeye pia anavaa nguo zetu, achunge sana, tutafukuza yeye, tuchukue Machakos tulete Nairobi. Ama awache watu yake kuvaa papo. Your Excellency, I want to finish my speech, but I can't sit down without talking about outsourcing, casualization, temporary jobs, and so on. These people are exploited by what we call outsourcing. And I have talked to the minister who is in charge of labor in this country that we must revisit this issue of employment agencies. Hii kitu tuliweka kwa law, that watu wengine wanachukua watu wanapeleka Qatar, wanachukua watu wanapeleka Uarabuni. Ukisimama airport in the morning, watoto wetu wanakuja in coffins. Mtoto akifika huko simu ananyang'anywa, passport ananyang'anywa. Ile inafanyika kwa mtoto yako ya kisichana akiwa Qatar, huwezi jua. And even if we are poor, let us stay with our daughters, our sisters, our children. We should not export modern slavery to Arabic world. Ukichukua simu ukipiga uwapati, hata kama hatuna kazi. We can create employment using our natural resources we have in this country. Na hao watu wanalipwa in advance, our employment agents wanalipwa pesa yote kabisa, na mtoto anaenda, they have no connection na huyo mtoto. Akiwa huko, no payment is made to the kid. Iko msichana mmoja alikuwa kwa ofisi yangu, mama yake iko Qatar, analia machozi. The last time she talked to the mom is 6 months ago. We must review that. Hata kama uko na tabu, zamani sana, Your Excellency, ndio nilijua. When people in Western hawakujua Central Province iko wapi, Kitale iko wapi. Wakati wa njaa ndio tungeli cross pole pole tuende kwa Wajaluo, ama Wajaluo waje Western, aseme mimi niko na msichana, chakula ikikupatikana nitakupatia, nipe chakula. Those days are no longer there. We should not export our children. So you should help us, and also people who are encroaching on labor. Iko kitu ingine inaitwa CBA, Collective Bargaining Advisory Center. Hii ni kitu amorphous. It is not anywhere, and we have appealed to the government. Sister and Labor Commissioner is here, and he has prosecutor powers. Let these people be arrested, wafungwe. FK does not need any advisors on collective bargaining agreement. They house all types of experts. And lastly, Your Excellency, ni hii Ministry ya Labor. Na deputy atakusaidia. And deputy umefanya vizuri ukikuja, because I know you are an investor. Some of your employees are our members. Wewe ni mtu safi. Umefanya vizuri kuja. And when you become a president, you should know the dynamics of industrial labor or industrial relations practice. We anajua zamani, because I inherit unions kwake. And his father is the founder member of the Kenya Local Government Workers Union. Alipokuwa anafanya kwa City Council. The way President Moi was the founder of Kenya National Union of Teachers. So this is a son of a trade unionist. Yeye anaelewa hiyo. Sasa kitu tunataka nyinyi mfanye, mkitaka kusaidia sisi, hii wizara ya Labor muipatie pesa. Is next to the Foreign Affairs Ministry, because it's pegged to African Union through African Labor and Social Affairs Commission. It's tripartite. Tukienda lazima serikali ilipe pesa kwa waka, employer and government. The same to Geneva on International Labor Organization. Sasa huyu mama mpatie billions ya pesa ku market us abroad and here. And Kenya is part of those who were elected by 5,000 delegates at the International Labor Organization. So we want money. Hatutaki tukiwa Geneva tunakaa kama beggars. Government must give us money, tunakaa kwa hoteli mzuri, so that we can articulate tabu za hawa wafanyikazi. Mtu aliye njaa hawezi kutetea, mtu wa njaa hawezi kutetea wewe. Hii ministry, Your Excellency, haina labor inspectors. Watu wanaumia kwa viwandani, wengine wanafungiwa huko, moto inashika, wanakufa hawa vijana. Mishahara ya hawa haijulikani kwa ajili hakuna labor inspector anaenda kwa viwanda kuuliza Ramji Kanji, later your must roll. How are you paying these people? Na mambo ya outsourcing, my sister, mtu anakuja kwa kiwanda, anasema ni hii watu wangu. Ukienda kwa banks, they are doing the same. They retire their clerks or tellers or managers, wanaambia wewe kwenda andikisha kampuni. Anarudi anahusia Barclays Bank hiyo watu. Unaona hiyo ni indirect slavery. There must be a law to stop that. I want to end there, Your Excellency. Najua umekuja na, and I know you. Mimi nakujua sana. Kama umevaa hiyo designer suit, utatangaza kitu hapo. Ile kitu nataka kuuliza, Your Excellency. When you were here last time, ulienda ukatoa bonuses. Ukatoa kwa overtime, allowances, ukatoa tax kwa bonuses, allowances and overtime worked and retirement benefits. Lakini watu yako ya ministry na labda hata Roticha, I wish he was here. Next time unakuja na yeye hapa, labda Chuki ama watu wengine hapa chini, wakaenda wakakata kwa yule mtu anapata shilingi 13,000 peke yake. Hii workers, kuna wengine ambao ni shop stewards, supervisors, first line managers who are members of the union, they earn up to 100,000 shillings. So nobody benefits from that exemption unless you extend it from 13,000 to 100. Na wewe unajua, najua siku ingine juzi ulifanya research and you don't know whether I know that. The research you made, ulikaa na ukatuma mtu kwenda kukuletea chakula nje. Na ukapiga sabu, ukisha kula, wewe ujali pahali pa kukula, hata Kenyatta market unaingia kwa nyama choma. Ukapata shilingi 10,000, kumbe ni kitu kidogo sana. So, Your Excellency, I don't want to bore you with words. I want you kindly to rethink, one, about how do we grow our economy to expand and create more employment. Two, how do we interlink Nairobi with the adjacent cities, and out of that, we might be in a position to have a post-independent city for Kenya and create more employment for our people. And lastly, how do we address an issue of protecting the rights of working men and women in this country, Your Excellency? I'm sure you are able to do that. And I want to echo, when you are campaigning, you are in Mombasa, and I called your deputy, when he said the previous economies of Kenya were just they were panel beating. It is you people who will come in and give a direction, plant a sense of direction as per how we can rejuvenate our economy and create more employments. This was part of it. And lastly, wale wanataka iwe NASA, iwe Jubilee, we want to see what is in KANU's manifesto. KANU manifesto number 7 ya zamani ilikuwa inasema protection of a worker and recognition of trade unions and CBAs, which are in our constitution. Ikiti ya Sara Serem, it should not interfere, and the Attorney General is here, he gave that advice. He should not interfere with organizations that have freely and independently negotiated for a collective bargaining. It is going against Article 41, Para 5 or Section 5 on collective bargaining agreement. And we don't want to fight with your government, Your Excellency. Quietly look into those things. Ambia Sara Serem, advise civil servants, state officers, na advise Rotich. Lakini hawaje pahali tuna CBA, hawaje wakinanata, hawaje all these other people who have a freely negotiated. I know you will do that. Let me end there. Ametubebea kitu nisikamsirishe arudi nayo. He's our Excellency, he's our President. Now, President, as we are here, we are in all political parties. KOTU does not take a position without the governing council. Mtu asikuambie KOTU inatengeneza NASA ama inatengeneza Jubilee. We are a professional body like Federation of Kenya Employers. Now, when we want to make such a stand, tutaenda Tomboya. And tutainform wewe na tuinform shemegi yangu Raila Odinga. Tukitoka huko tutaenda namna hii. Lakini quietly ukiona hawa kama rafiki zako vile utawafanyia saa hii, they can do ile. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Thank you for having this interview. Thank you very much.